welcome to Roll Fair, a D&D podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in with us. As always, we will introduce ourselves. I am Devin, the Dungeon Master.
And I'm Ryan. I'm playing Alton or Seth, the Tiefling Warlock. And also, shout out to my nephew Liam for this awesome birthday gift to give me a dice trail. So, thanks, man.
That looks really nice.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Yeah, happy birthday. I'm Brad playing Arden the Wizard.
I'm Kayla, playing Kaiji, the Tabaxi Pirate.
I'm Austin, playing Sheru the Turtle.
I'm Ben, playing Raina, the Human Ranger.
I'm Sarah, I'm playing, what's my character? Asar! The Fire Genasi Sorcerer.
It's been a week.
It's only been a week.
It's been 1 week.
It's only been a week.
It's been 1 week.
Well, for
Played
her.
this game.
Kind of.
And we still have our guest with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Marshall, and I'm playing Gardovan Anuis, the Bard.
Excellent. And I'll just make a note. My dice trust me, so I don't have to put them in jail.
I want you to roll so
you
bad this session.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for all the ones.
See how I threaten?
When's it coming?
Fortunately, I've planned a session where I don't really have to roll anything, you know?
Yeah.
You can just
So we start combat.
Anyway.
That's right. I mean, I can do what I want.
Why
So
the DM always rolling
who are we
20?
gonna murder hobo this session?
Well, Catheus is still alive.
He is. He is.
I mean,
And much more wary.
we've got Kimbish right in front of us. We can, no, just kidding. We can always TPK right here.
Murder the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice
So,
Okay.
last time, you guys
No fun.
had finished up your day of investigating the various guilds in the city. You still have a couple of days before the ball at the Netsk Palace. And while investigating, Rainer, Asar, and Gardovan discovered what could possibly be weapons being moved into Zujiri distribution, and Rainer went to tell the Genturums about what was going on, while Alton and Kaiji went to investigate a little bit about some people they could kill, I guess, just for fun, and ended up getting into contact with Catheus, the slaver at the Blue Baller, where they ended up running away without finishing him off. And then the party reconvened to discuss their findings of the day, and Kembish came in after Kelthic and Moldiath had been speaking with them, telling the party that he was sent by his mother to tell them about who he really is, and his mother being Juanabi, the goddess of light and life. So we pick up with him having just expressed that sentiment, and what are you guys doing?
Sheru, as he hears this is supposed to be kept a secret, he ruffles through his bag, puts away his other journal that he was already writing in, pulls out a black journal, the black one, slams it down, opens up a new page, and gets ready to write.
And Kembish looks at you and says, "No."
It's gonna get written down now or later.
Well, careful what you write, as
Always.
we may need to destroy it.
We never destroy this.
Anyway,
I've already lost one set. Not gonna lose another.
all right. Does anyone else react?
Asar looks really incredulous, kind of scared even. I want to roll an insight check.
Okay.
Reminds you of your dad.
11.
11. From what you can tell, I mean, this is a pretty bold thing to say. You've never heard of a demigod yourself, never come to experience it. But he doesn't seem to be lying.
In all of my history that I've read, so there's no mention of...
Make a history check.
History, please. please. Into the crystals. 16?
16. You've read stories of heroes from the days of the Pantheonic Wars, and the occasional myth, if you will, among the lands of people of renown who had tremendous strength or intellect, or the ability to sojourn for days on end without sleep, food, or water, but you've never actually seen or heard of one, especially in this day and age. It's almost like these tales are myths of legend that haven't been around for an age.
So Asar's going to...
So would he be more like Achilles or like Hercules? Like for the thing where people think it's an actual person or just someone with godlike ability?
Well, that's what you're going to find out, isn't it?
You make a bold claim, sir.
I can imagine that is the case.
When I read through your family history, I thought maybe you would be something else. And I figured you would probably be this old, but...
Yes, well, my family history goes back many generations to the Pantheonic Wars, and I was not there, but my predecessors were, and the Genturum family has been around for a very long time, and my mother has always found our line to be noble.
Noble. And Alton just has this look of total disbelief where this is absolute BS.
Should we bow? I don't know.
No,
what's the custom?
No, you don't need to bow.
Do we need to kiss your rings? I don't know what we
No.
should do. Should we even be here?
I don't know why my mother wanted me to tell you, but I am just following her will. But I've been around for a long time. Whenever I need to disappear, one of my children will become me, and live out the rest of their life in the sanctum. And I will return as one of their children or grandchildren and retake the throne, so to speak, of the sanctum anew. That way my identity is preserved.
Are you unable to age as a mortal would?
I've been blessed with immortality, inasmuch as I cannot be killed by disease or illness or age.
What can kill you? Oh, wait, no, I shouldn't ask that. I'm sorry. That's rude.
But
Maybe Alton would like to know.
my skill with the sword and the shield protects me from other things.
So, just wondering, if the city is, we've discovered the city is fairly corrupt. Is there anything stopping you from just moving the sanctum?
It's a good question. I have places elsewhere, but moving the sanctum would prove difficult. For one, is we've got many resources here. Our library, for one. But I also go where I'm needed most, and the people of this city are in great need.
This makes kind of sense.
Well, they need something, but I don't think it's your help.
And why do you say that?
I don't think they would accept your help, even if they knew you were offering it.
Can you elaborate?
They've got different priorities. I don't think most of the people of this city could really be considered to be saved in that way.
Well, my mission isn't to save people per se, but to alleviate suffering where I can. I've given much to those in need, not to those of wealth and power, but to those who are suffering. But another reason I've established myself here is it's a great place to fall back to for research and knowledge, as I can go to the College of Kaibohom and get assistance from their people. At least I could at one time. And
So why are you holding back from the college?
And what makes you think I'm holding back?
Well, the items you're protecting here.
I see. What do you know about the items that I'm protecting?
I won't say I know much, but just what I hear, that you're keeping them to yourself.
Well, what you hear is partially true.
You keep swords away from children for a reason.
Indeed.
I think it's a little arrogant to think everyone else is children.
Well,
Just because you happen to have a god as a parent. If you really do.
I can understand your sentiment. But let me try and show you what it is that I do. And he looks towards Moldiath and he says, "Please, would you be willing to prepare the spell of illusion and illustrate my adventures?" Moldiath.
Are we gonna get like a movie?
Yes. Moldiath
Flashback time.
cast the spell, and those of you that would
Counterspell.
Do it.
No.
okay. I just wanted to make sure.
No, that would be really
What
funny
a
though.
jerk.
Too bad I didn't pick that spell.
Well, Diaz will forgive you for that, but Celtic will not.
Celtic,
It's hard.
Celtic will slit your throat.
Yeah.
But
Trying to lay low on the jokes and the presence of these people. Yeah.
Moldiath casts, for those of you that are familiar with the arcane, this would be major image.
Oh, cool.
And Kembish begins to illustrate his adventures. He says, I came about into this world around 400 years ago, and my mission from my mother was to protect the sacred and dangerous items of this plane. And I was conceived during the days when Juanabi was wandering about the land during the war with the T'Chawi Empire. She, every now and again, she goes about, and whenever she brings children, mortal children, into the world, they call them the errant of Juanabi, as a result of her wandering. And those that are born to her always have the same mission: to protect or defend something. And due to her nature, we also are tasked with making life easier for others, to lift the burdens of others where we can. But that does not overcome our need to protect these items. And as he begins talking about this, you see images of him going about to different places in Salix, a mountain range, a dungeon, and you see him, attacking creatures of evil, demons, wraiths, things of that sort, and coming out with relics of power, magical items, enchantments, and the such. And I've wandered the world, as you can see, trying to recover these artifacts from an age past. And one of the ones that I've recovered that is of greatest power and danger, we've come to know as the Heart of Agmodath. And this, I've spent the last 20 years researching this item, and you see the image that's shown. You see an amulet of gold with a sphere of glass at the end, wreathed in a gold container.
Filigree.
Yeah, it's essentially like kind of like a cross, but around the glass sphere, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe that better. And within it, you see a raging fire inside of the sphere, the actual fire that forms and coalesces into fiendish faces inside.
Do I recognize that?
You've never seen it before.
Would Sheru have ever came across something like that in when he's
Go ahead and make a religion check.
Or my background, too.
Religion?
Probably be
I'm
higher
at
up
14.
You've never heard of anything like this.
I have a good history with religious.
You can make a religion check if you'd like.
It's religion. Okay. Can I make an
I was
archaeology check?
distracted during that religious
You can make a
ceremony.
history check if you'd like, with your archaeology background.
Yeah.
My history is better than my religion.
I'd say with your archaeology, maybe you recognize some of the ancient ruins in their prime in the
21.
flashback.
Never heard of anything like this.
Okay.
So as you see this amulet, he begins to describe it further, and it's been disturbing to me that there have been so many break-ins recently, and whereas I spent more of my time trying to help people and take care of my political needs, I've had to focus more attention on protecting the items in my sanctum, particularly this. And the reason is that this heart, from what I know, has a mind of its own, and it was the creation of as a result of some dark ritual within the last 500 years. And it can influence others for very evil things. I've warded my sanctum against fiends and other creatures that are not of this material plane. And the fiends, particularly devils, are seeking it because it will allow them to pass through what I've come to understand as the trial of Ilmalath. It's essentially just a trial that lets them progress into a greater devil than their current position, allows them to challenge a greater devil of some sort and take their rights and titles if they win. And devils and fiends seek these items very carefully and would obtain them at any cost. So, my job is to protect it. And
What if you just dispelled magic on it?
I wish it was that simple.
Do I believe what he's saying about this?
I don't know. Do you?
Let's see. Yes, I do.
What'd you get?
It's a 10.
Good sir, if it is such a dangerous item, why not just destroy it? I can't see any good coming from the heart of Agmodath?
Agmodath.
Agmodath.
Tafiti.
You're a loser.
Thanks.
Why protect it?
Well, one, I don't know how to destroy it. And two, I protect it so that others can't have it.
So, no offense, I'm grateful, but why trust us? Like,
I don't.
just met. You just told us a lot of info.
My mother told me.
Oh, that's right. Thanks, Asar.
Do you speak with your mother often?
Not
How do you
really.
pronounce her name?
Juanabi.
Oh, I thought it was Junanabi.
No, that's someone else.
That was a misprint in scripture.
Oh. I'm glad we clarified that. That's really nice. That's nice to know. Appreciate
But, I'm sorry, what was your question? I got distracted by your counterpart over there.
Does the lady still walk on this mortal plane?
She can come and go as she pleases. But I don't speak with her frequently. But I know her voice. And her influence.
Just out of curiosity, do you know somebody by the name of Malika?
It doesn't ring a bell, no.
Okay.
What if somebody like you decides not to follow this path of protection and decides to just go the opposite way, and you could be rich if you live forever?
I could.
Is she just like, nope, you're dead?
I don't know.
What if someone like you used the amulet instead of a fiend?
Well, I've never tried.
Could you bring back the dead?
I don't know the powers of the amulet. That's what I've been trying to understand. I know what it can be. I've come to understand why fiends want it. But my knowledge is very limited. I've been researching this for 20 years and have gained very little information. But if I were to use it, I don't know what would happen. I'd like to think that I'd have the power to resist its evils, to not be influenced by the hells, but I don't know that I'd be able to.
How do you know the amulet itself is evil?
I don't.
You know, a blade is not evil, it's just a tool. So, depending on the hands it's in, it could be used for evil.
He did mention that
Many
the
priests and
amulet has a mind of
priestesses.
its own, of sorts.
It's only places are evil because they sense it.
Well,
But they sense good things about me always.
Right.
spells can be cast that allow you to detect something that is evil or good, chaotic or lawful. And
Sherry's over there nodding because he knows the spell.
and
Detect good and evil?
through this, I've been able to detect that this has an evil presence about it.
Can you detect, like, people like us, if we're good or evil?
I could.
Does it work that way? Can you do it now?
Yes, tell us if Arden is evil.
I would like to know, actually.
That'd be a favor.
I mean, Ogden, if you want, I could prepare that spell for tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay,
Maybe, yeah.
I'll prepare it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but I'd rather not today.
No, it's okay. Sharu will help me out.
Good sir.
Kembish, please.
Kembish. The pulse of the city seems to be turning against you. Everyone I've spoken to seems to believe that this Jujiri distribution does no harm, and you and your Thaumaturgy Guild are the aggressors. I don't know if you would be able to weather this political storm.
It's very possible. You may be right, and I appreciate that information. I don't feel we have enough information to know for certain. And so that is why I want you to attend the ball, to see if you can uncover the true intentions of Juvenetsk and the Zujiri distribution. You've given me much information to ponder, valuable information, and I feel more prepared than we've been for weeks, months even. But I don't want to abandon the city if we don't have to.
Still, I would make preparations just in case.
Thank you for that advice, and we are, especially after your nomadic friend there informed of such, and he reaches behind him and tosses you a pouch, and you hear it jangle, and you get 1,000 gold coins. Thank you for that information, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Well, use it wisely.
No wonder you're not surviving in this city.
I mean, others did say that the Genturums were rather, generous. And I'm not going to complain with this level of generosity. I'm going to be honest. You need us to go to this party and next party. I just whatever you need.
Money does influence others well.
It does help.
I don't remember the last time I saw this much gold in a pouch. I'll just say that much.
Yes, we all need
Definitely
it.
haven't had that much myself either.
It's a fairly large pouch. It feels like you're getting hit by a rock.
Well, 1,000 gold.
No, I understand the weight of such responsibilities. Just haven't held it in my own hands.
I could copy a couple spells.
Yeah, maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you'll get lucky and get 1,000 gold yourself after the party if you get enough information.
Asar is totally unfazed by the gold. Instead, she just turns to Kembish and, she just seems to be a little bit lost. Kembish, your mother, if I had questions, how would I speak to her?
You could pray. She answers in her own way and time. You could go to a temple. You could speak with a cleric.
And... well, alright.
Kembish, the Nisk family has made a very handsome invitation for me. Do you know what that's about, from being a free wanderer to being a very wanted guest?
What do you mean by invitation?
Rainer, can you show him the invitation paper?
I mean, I already gave it to Sharu, but...
Sure, give it over.
Yeah, you see him, and he just folds it up. While one hand writing, other hand reaching into his bag, pulling it out.
Apparently they were very interested in meeting his acquaintance.
I see. I wouldn't say this is an invitation. This is a wanted poster.
I'm not done anything, so it's an invitation.
Not how wanted
They want
posters
your
work.
they want your presence.
I wish I could tell you more, but that's the reason I have you guys out and about, is I don't have the manpower or the capacity at the moment to investigate what is going on in the city.
For someone as old as you are, you're not very prepared. It feels like you could have been a lot better prepared.
That's the problem with warriors. They're never prepared. There
Now,
need to
that
be more
makes
head
sense.
cases in the world.
Well, and I mean, you're a religious type. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense to me. You told her to pray. That doesn't do anything. It's like talking to a brick.
Or he's a madman with voices in his head.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's how I gain my powers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sharu. I have no offense.
I think what Mr. Auden is trying to say is, what hope do we have if you, a demigod, have no influence? We are but, well, poor wanderers.
I mean, not that poor.
Speak for your
Poor
Speak
in
for yourself.
spirit.
until you
that's
share.
true. That's true.
Poor in morals, poor in manners.
Oh, come on.
I am
That
the
is
most
very
mannered person I know.
If you truly had manners, you would not have written anything in your black book.
Nobody can
Secret,
read
you don't know about that.
I'd call my manners at least middle class.
Well,
I need lessons.
I wish I was more prepared. And perhaps my research has made me lax in what I should have been focusing on. But that is why I need this information. I've been caught flat-footed, so to speak.
Oh, you're that old.
Indeed.
I'm still willing to help. Especially for some of that Rainer drinking money.
Oh, come on. It won't all go to drinking.
Just a little bit left over would be nice.
Honestly,
Yeah, only 99% of it.
honestly, the fact that you're one of June Nobby's, she's done good by me, and she saved me. At least one of her servants saved me, and so.
Is this the person you mentioned?
Yes, she's one of her clerics, I suppose. And she saved me in the desert.
I see. Well,
Lord Cambish, what is your overall goal with the vote, with this city? If we helped you achieve it, could I possibly ask for a favor from you?
well, if you assist me with gathering this information, I certainly will owe you a favor. As you can see, I repay in kind. But what kind of favor were you hoping for?
Are you aware of the situation with my family?
I'm not certain that I know exactly who your family is. You didn't introduce yourself to them, right? As Asar?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Couldn't remember. It's been a while.
Been a while.
I know that your family has significant power in the south, but I have not journeyed into southern T'Chawa in a very long time.
It displeases me to say that there are fiends and devils and demons in my city.
Well, if it, I don't know that this is a consolation, but there are fiends and devils throughout Salix. We are land that has been divided as the final battles of the Pantheonic War were fought here. And when the T'Chawi Empire, when the nobility and the royalty chose to corrupt themselves and become Yuan-Ti, they invited demons directly into the world. And
Yes, but do you know how to expel them, exorcise them?
I've done that a few times.
A
yes.
knife. That would do it.
It depends on the kind of demon, depends on the influence, but I certainly could help.
And all you're asking for is information.
I imagine our relationship could stretch far beyond this if we can trust each other. But if the time comes for you to require my aid and I am in the proper position to provide it, I am more than happy to assist. But, as I said, I cannot be ahead of my divine calling.
Thank you, sir.
Indeed. Then I'm sorry about your family and your city.
Yes, as am I.
Perhaps I can point you to some resources, though. I will have some tomes of knowledge prepared that perhaps you can borrow.
Wait, you've got tomes of knowledge?
You saw my library, did you not?
Yes, and can we have access to it anytime?
Well, I gave you access to it, did I not?
I forgot. We still need to go through. How big is your library?
You were there. It was huge.
Was that all of it, though? Is there more? Is there secret books?
Well, let's just say
Only
it's
friends
one of the
can
bigger
see?
ones in the north.
It was. And think about this. A
Kimbish, a rumor I'd
400-year-old
like
man.
you to ask and put away is, what can you tell me about the seat of the gods?
What do you mean?
What initially brought me here was rumors that it was an object that was here.
Well, the seat of the gods can sometimes just refer to their children.
So you believe that just refers to you and you alone? Or you and your children?
Well, there's plenty of demigods in the world. We just don't usually make ourselves known. Nor are we usually the same race. I have siblings who are human and gnomes. Which really just depends.
What about Yuan-Ti?
My mother would not give birth to such an abomination.
That's good, because we're going to kill them all. I just wanted to make sure we didn't kill a family member, that's all.
That's a bold desire.
It's just magic.
But I will have to get back to the sanctum. I do not want to be gone for too long from there, as it is needing my protection. But I wanted to ensure that you understood where I was at in this situation. Kelthic and Moldiath will continue to aid you where they can, and I appreciate the information that you've gathered so far. And he bows his head to you as a sign of farewell, and crouches low but underneath the doorway and leaves.
Are the children still here?
Kelthic and Moldiath start to follow. Do you guys have any questions for them before they go? Okay. So they follow suit, and you guys are left to the room, by yourselves to mull things over and discuss, and we'll end the session there. Thanks for listening. If you like listening to Rollfair, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. Also, check out our merch store at rollfair.com. Fair.com. 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 Fair.com.